Duty Calls VS Falls is on location this episode at Dessert First Bakery in downtown Tuscola, soaking up the small town vibes and the smell of fresh baked goodness. From morning treats to afternoon sweets, it's the perfect spot to grab something delicious while you're out and about. Dessert First is open Thursday through Sunday. Trust us, your sweet tooth will thank you. And now, here's the episode.
Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Duty Calls and BS Falls. We're going to change gears a little bit tonight, and tonight we're remote at Dessert First, downtown Tuscola's newest, hottest business. And we're going to speak to 4 different ladies tonight about their small businesses that they have and a little bit about them. As always, I've got my guy here, my main squeeze, Jordan Baird, with me.
What's going on, everybody?
Jared couldn't be here tonight. He had some other obligations and he couldn't be here with us. So we're going to do our best to try and get along without him. I don't know how we'll do without his
I don't know. We're going to suffer through it.
We'll suffer through it. Anyway, let's get to our first guest. Our first guest, I kind of know her a little bit. My first guest is Lexi Taylor. She's my daughter, Lexi. Lexi she has a marketing business called Within Your Reach Marketing that we're going to talk about. Her full-time job, a little bit about her full-time job, she works for a Fortune 50 company, and then she has a marketing business that she has, as she calls her side gig. Lexi has a bachelor's degree from Millikan University. She has an MBA from Marymount University in St. Louis. And with that being said, Lexi, welcome for the show.
Yeah,
and
thanks for having me.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm great.
Why don't you just real quick give us a highlight of your business and Within Your Reach Marketing and what you do?
Yeah, so we're located remotely out of Arthur, Illinois. And so what we do is we spend time working with small business owners and medium business owners to just build their businesses. I think that, marketing can be really daunting for folks that don't know anything about it, or they think they're too small to be able to invest in it. And so what my team and I do is we focus on website creation, social media management, print creative, and just overall marketing consulting.
Nice.
We have a lot of different clients and a lot of different industries. So it's a great way to kind of expand and learn more about people too.
How many years of experience do you have in the marketing business?
Yeah, so I've been working in marketing for about 8 to 9 years now overall. My business in general, I've owned it for 3 years as of this April. So, it's something that I kind of just started off a whim, and it's really grown into something pretty special.
Started off a whim I know you work full time, but it's just something that you felt like you could give back to the community to help small businesses to build their business and grow.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wanted to spend time working with like local small businesses, but it's kind of grown all over the state of Illinois. I've had some clients out of the Chicagoland area, as well as down south and Peoria area. And so, it really was a way for me to give back, knowing that, again, it's really tough to start a business in general, but marketing is one of the last things that small business owners think about. So, how can we help them make it easier, and it's an easier transition, and say you don't have to go all in, but it's like, what are the pieces that are going to make you successful right from the get-go?
Yeah. I think you mentioned, I want to interrupt here. I think you mentioned something super important.
It's your show too.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I'm here. I think you mentioned something super important that people, they start a business, but marketing's often overlooked. And what people don't understand, they fail to recognize it, is that it's one of the essential, most key components of a business to make it function properly. And it's really like how people get known. It's how people are, get heard of, and how they're discovered. So I think it's great, number one, that you're offering a service, and I'll let you continue what you're saying. So
yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right. And I think there is a false perception that, again, you have to do a lot of marketing, or it has to be with an actual huge marketing agency. And I truly believe in making marketing affordable for folks, because you are working on such a tight, constrained budget too. Mm-hmm. So again, it's about doing within your means. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be everything, but you do have to be present online in 2026. That's just part of it. So it's what can we do to get you online? And yes, print is still relevant. It's just considering all the factors and everything we do whenever we talk to these small business owners to say, are you looking at every single angle that you could be part of?
Yeah.
I know that you've had some loyal clients with you since the very beginning. In fact, we're going to talk to one of those here in a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's been with you since the very start. But just because an established business, it's not too late for them to jump into marketing to help build their business, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've had a lot of different, even nonprofits and small business owners come to me and they're like, I've been in business for several years and I never really had to market outwardly. It's all been word of mouth or, even some print here and there. And they're like, I have nothing online, right? And so it's never too late to get out there, especially with the ever evolving age of marketing and social media and a website and just an online presence. So it's never too late to get started.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to add to that. Like, we are in the age now where everybody has cell phones, everybody's online, and it's like, I think about back whenever we were kids, and I remember the newspapers being very normal, and people still get newspapers and magazines even. And while those are still relevant, there's so many people that are on digital platforms now. And so I think that's super important for people to be, to have the service that you're offering just for that it's in itself.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the biggest thing is, I mentioned marketing's evolving. Here I am learning about new platforms, new tips and tricks and all the things every 6 months. Everything is changing so much. And even with social media, you're going from Facebook to Instagram to TikTok to Snapchat. And you have to realize where your audience is too. I think that's the biggest thing is, people waste their money on things that don't work. But that is like the ever evolving media that we're having to work through and find where your audience is. And so that's part of the actual marketing analysis that I do for all my clients is to ensure that we understand, okay, who is your current audience? Is that who you should be hitting?
Yeah.
And then where do we find those folks that you're looking for?
Definitely. And I want to ask you a question here, and I don't mean for it to be a curveball, but I want you to touch on, I think there's so many people that just consider AI. I'm just going to use AI for this. I'm going to use AI for that. There's a human component that needs to be involved in marketing still. And I'm sure there's a place in your business for AI, but I want you to touch on why you being a physical human being is so important in marketing still and why AI can't replace that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so again, you said there's a place and time for AI.
Yeah.
Completely agree with that,
Yeah.
right? I think it's a really automated, quick way to do things. But whenever you get to the human element, we have to personalize every single thing we do, not just to your audience, but it has to sound like you.
Correct.
You have to have an actual brand and a vision and a mission, and you have a personality when you have a business. And so if you don't do that with your AI content, whether it's a photo or a description, you're not going to sound like you sound fake. And so being able to actually have that more personalized element, like what my team and I offer, that's what's really important. And again, there's a time and place for it, but it's not in every single thing.
It's a tool, right? Like it's a tool
exactly
in the toolbox, but you still need someone to turn the wrench.
Yes, exactly right. And so like my team and I, we use a lot of ChatGPT to help us generate ideas for things. And even social media, like we use that to help us with our descriptions, right?
Yeah.
But we still have to tailor and look at them and make sure, does this sound like my client? Because if it doesn't, then we've completely missed the mark.
Definitely.
Right? Especially in a social media age where the algorithms are only picking up certain different types of posts and you have to play the algorithm in everything you do.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important to have that human element.
Absolutely. I agree.
You've mentioned your team a couple of times. What can you tell us about your team?
Yes.
Your team, you employ, whatever you have that helps you.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I first started my business, I was a one-person show. And most recently, due to different factors in my life, I've had to outsource. I'm so busy that, I have to get people on my team to help me. And so I have a part-time employee and her name's Heather, and she's a lovely young lady who just graduated from the U of I in advertising. And she lives up near Chicago. And so she was one of my interns for my very first year, and she learned a lot. And so I'm now kind of trusting her to help me with some of the day-to-day, and she's absolutely wonderful. And then I also run a very thorough internship program for college students. And so I normally get my students from Millikan University, University of Illinois, and I actually currently have an intern that's going to Cal State Fullerton in California.
Nice.
And so I've been able to keep like 2 to 3 each semester. And I really value giving back to students too, because you do not learn everything about marketing or communication in school anymore. So to give them that hands-on experience that's just so important when they go out into the real world has been really important to me to be able to give back in that way to them.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes. But they're wonderful.
How can people get a hold of you if they want to reach out to you to help them with their marketing needs?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can reach out to us a variety of ways. So we have a website called it's withinyourreachmktg.com. Or you can find us on Instagram, Facebook. You can DM us and get a hold of us that way. We also have email too, which is withinyourreachmktg@gmail. So kind of long. But it's I'm always looking to hear from new people and new industries. And so that is the easiest way to get a hold of us. But we offer free consults too. So if you're just unsure, you want us to take a look at your brand, we'd be glad to do that and provide you a full comprehensive marketing breakdown.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm a little bit biased too because Lexi is our marketer for Duty Calls and BS Falls. The lovely voice you hear on the commercials for our shows is Lexi. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for being here, Lex.
Yeah.
And
Thanks,
it's good to talk to you here for a few minutes. And we're going to take a little bit of a break, and then we're going to come back and talk to Gigi Henderson and Travel Simple for You. See you in a short.
This episode of Duty Calls BS Falls is brought to you by Within Your Reach Marketing, located in Arthur, Illinois. Lexi Taylor and her team bring a variety of marketing services to small and medium businesses located in Illinois, including social media management, website creation, print media, and marketing consulting. Are you a small business looking for change in 2026? Give Lexi and her team a shout out on Facebook, Instagram, or their website, withinyourreachmktg.com. From Chicago to Cairo, Within Your Reach Marketing is here to help the small business owners who aren't sure where to start and help their dreams grow.
Okay, we're back. We're back here at Dessert First in Tuscola, Illinois. I'm telling you, if you get a chance to come in here sometime, you're going to get some treats that you really like. So make sure you get in here when you get to town. Our second guest is Gigi Henderson. I'm a little bit biased to her too. She has a travel business called Travel Simple for You. Not only is she my friend and relation, she's my travel agent. And that's why I love her the most, because she books the greatest trips in the freaking world. She really does. And so having her here is awesome. Gigi, welcome. We're glad you're here. And why don't you just give us a start how you got going in the travel business? I know you did a long time in the care, but now you're doing the travel all the time, so why don't you get us going?
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting, the healthcare career kind of prepares you for this career in an odd sort of way. I still feel like I'm in the business of prevention and good outcomes and attention to detail and recognizing obstacles and all the things that you learn when you're in healthcare. So I'm still using all of those skills, but in a different way. And travel's healthy. I mean, it's healthy. It's good for you. People need to do it. It has love. So it prepared me well.
Awesome. Now, I know you were still doing your other career, and you were dabbling in travel, and then you decided to go into it full time. So how long have you been working with the travel stuff?
Well, you're not going to believe this. It's been 9 years. So very similar to Lexi. I've been doing this for 9 years. And the interesting thing was I started very part-time. I wanted to see if I was going to like the industry. I started out learning the role, getting all of my education, and quickly I realized that maybe my values and my goals needed to be in an independent setting. I needed to have my own business. And so I did that, and things were going really well until a thing called COVID came around, and all of travel really was detrimental to travel. So luckily for me, I could go back to the hospital and work and practice and use my nursing career. But it was about a year and a half ago now, I gave up nursing. I retired from nursing. This is my full-time job. And I've been very fortunate because due to the fact of my marketing partners, my business has grown. I have achieved many goals. I continue to grow. I'm exactly where I want to be. And you get to travel with me sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all been great. Yeah, it's all been great.
It's awesome.
Yeah. It's very hard work, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah. But travel agent it's a growing field. What do you think separates you from the others out there?
Yeah, I do want to talk about that a little bit, and small businesses in general. I think the one message that I would like the audience to know is that the product is the same. The product is the product. What is going to set you apart, whether it's sweet treats or marketing or kitchen items or travel. It's the relationships that you have. It's the trust that you build with your clients. And people will come back to you. It's word of mouth. They're going to seek out your expertise. You need to be confident. You need to keep your education up. And what sets me apart, I would say, or for someone shopping for a travel agent, I would say, are they certified? Do they have their education? What kind of trips have they planned? About them. You have to remember reviews can be skewed, but what do people say about them? Do the referrals come from word of mouth? Take a look at the website. What kind of work have they done? For example, I want travel leaders. Go to the travel leaders website and read about some work. That's what I would say to someone looking for a travel agent, and that's what sets me apart. I'm different than any other travel agent. I guarantee it. And if you talk to my clients that are loyal to me, that follow me, and that trust the work that I do, that's what you're gonna hear them say.
Exactly.
And I like that you touched on, Gigi, about looking at the kind of trips you plan, and I want you to touch on that. Like, what are some of the trips that are the most memorable that you planned for others, and then like give a variety of just different destinations, and because that's challenging. I mean,
Yeah.
looking at somewhere warm versus somewhere cold, or multiple different countries. So touch on that for us.
And tell us what you've got coming up too.
Yeah. So a nurse isn't just a nurse, and a travel agent just isn't a travel agent.
Yeah.
They need to specialize in their niche. My niche and the trips that I plan that are most successful are going to be personalized trips for clients. I spend time interviewing you. I want to know, where have you been before? Where do you want to go and why? What are the expectations you have? And let's talk about expectations. This is my expectation of you as my client, and here's what you can expect of me. So some of my most memorable trips probably are the ones that didn't go well, because you remember those. And how did you handle that client? What was the outcome? What was the feeling at the end? Did they come back? Those are probably the ones I remember the most, are the ones that didn't end or go exactly perfect.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you give some examples of different destinations that you planned that have been challenging, but have been the clients have just loved?
Yeah. So multi-stop European. I do a lot of Europe. I do a lot of custom-built trips. Again, designing them to meet your needs. But I also do guided trips. So for the client that wants to go somewhere internationally, let's pick a supplier that already knows the highlights. I'm going to help you find that supplier, whether it's a cruise supplier, a tour supplier, whatever that supplier is, I'm going to help. I do romance travel. I do family travel. I do mostly international work. I do cruises. Much of my work is river cruises, but I will have an interview with you. We'll have a discussion about, do I plan the kind of trip you're looking for, and how are we going to work together to make this successful?
Yeah, I love that you're tailoring it to them, you're customizing it to them, you're hearing what they want and what they're looking for, not just what you think like.
Book trips.
Yeah.
I plan travel for people, and we partner together for the best outcome.
I think that we had a discussion about somebody booking a trip earlier.
We did. So I was just in the airport. We just got back from Mexico. We land in the Cancun airport and run into a local face. And he doesn't live in Tuscola area, but we knew him and we were having a chat. And he got his luggage off the carousel and he has this blank look on his face. And I said, "What's the matter?" And he goes, I'm not sure what to do now. I think I have a transfer, but I don't really know do it. I don't know where to go. And I was just shocked. And he said, and I said, "Well, did you book your travel?" He goes, "No, my travel agent did." And I said, "Well," I was really shocked. Then I said, "Can I see your documents?" So I went through his documents and I could see who the travel agent booked through, the supplier. I'm familiar with the supplier. I said, "Here's what you do. You go out that door. You're going to look for this company. They're going to have a sign with your name on it." And I just walked him through everything he needed to do. And then when you get to your resort, here's what you do. Make sure that you eat at these restaurants. Make sure you check out this, beach club. Make sure you find the churro stand. Make sure. And he's just like, and I'm sitting here thinking, a travel agent booked your trip and did not spend a minute with preparing you for the experience you're about to have. You spent a lot of money on this trip. And so it makes a difference.
Yeah, and I
It
want to
makes
touch on
a
something
difference.
really quickly. I had a thought come to my mind, and so you made the difference for that person, and I don't want to just touch on that person. I want to highlight what it sounds like you're doing for all of your customers and your clients is that you are making them come to these destinations, and I think that's a reason why people don't travel to these like over to Europe, because it's intimidating. They have no idea what they're doing, but now they can lean on you, and you can provide that for them, and they can go have those experiences when they might not have before.
Well, you're hands-on and you're accessible. That's the thing. It sounds like that travel agent booked the trip and went on to the next client.
Yeah,
That's what
and
it sounds
you
like.
know what? I spent a lot of time when I got into this industry thinking, what am I gonna call my business? I want the name to tell what I do. The name of my business is Travel Simple for You, because that's truly what my goal is. I want you to go internationally. I want you to go on your dream vacation. I want you to go. I want you to feel comfortable, and I want it to be easy. I'm gonna do the work. You're gonna take the trip. We're gonna get together at the end. We're gonna review it, and the memories that you make are gonna be forever. That's what I do. Yeah.
What have you got coming up?
I have a lot of things coming up. You need to go to my website. I have many of my group offers on my website. I don't just do that. I also plan a lot of customized travel. I do a lot of honeymoons. I do romance travel. I do family travel. But one thing I'm excited about is a ladies trip I have coming up, Ladies in London. So this is going to be a trip in London over the holidays. It's November 30th to December 6th this year. And it doesn't have to just be ladies, but it's gonna be fun because we're gonna do some shopping. We're gonna see London all decorated for the holidays and the lights. And we're just gonna do all kinds of really neat things. We're gonna stay in one hotel, November 30th through December 6th of this year. And it's going to be a trip where we can really get to know each other, we can laugh, it's going to be easy, it's going to be festive, we're gonna eat and we're gonna shop and we're gonna see palaces and churches, it's gonna be incredible. But what I want you to know is Laura from Colette is coming to Tuscola. I partner with her on this trip, and she's gonna do a presentation at the Christian Church. And Thursday, January the 29th at 11:30, present is Christmas in London. And I'm going to be serving lunch. I'm asking that you RSVP. You can find all of the details on my website and on my Facebook page about what to do. But I'd like you to RSVP so I have plenty of food for everyone. Come and listen to Laura present this trip. She does a beautiful job, and I specifically picked this one because when I was in the UK last year, my tour guide, she's leading this, and she's incredible. So this will make some memories. Visiting Europe and the UK at the Christmas season is something you'll never. I've got many more surprises on my website, so take a look.
As we all know, your tour guide makes your trip. I've been there with tour trips with you, and the tour guide just absolutely makes the trip. You know, speaking of London, I just want to go to London so I can watch people get yelled at for standing in the box at the palace by King's Garden. Yeah,
I feel so.
you know, that's anyway, but that's, okay, so how people get a hold of you?
So I have an office here in Tuscola. I'm on Route 36. My office is located in the American Central Insurance Building. We're familiar where that is. It is on Route 36. It's directly across the street north from the Carl Clinic. For those of you that know where that is, I am directly across the street east from the Chinese restaurant. And I'm in the same building as
Studio 36.
36, we're all people that are different
There's a
haircuts.
shout out, Susie, you got the advertisement for the haircut.
So you can come and see me in my office, but I really is to visit my website, book an appointment with me. You can either come in person or on the phone, and that way we're not interrupted. and I can talk to you without interruptions. We can start talking about your vision. I can help you get there, and that's what I really prefer. So website, travelsimpleforyou.com. You can call me 217-919-0872. You pop in the office and text me. I'm available to my clients 24/7.
All right, awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, thanks very much for coming
Thank you.
and being here. And like I said, Gigi's my travel agent. One thing I'll leave you with before we take a break. There's lots of places to travel and go and enjoy your life because life's too short not to. And one last thing I'll tell you, everyone should go to Alaska at least once in your life. You'll never forget it. It's beautiful. So with that being said, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and we'll be with Samantha Baird. We'll talk about dessert first. We'll be back in a minute.
Duty Calls BS Falls can highlight your business. We are looking for small businesses that are interested in being featured as a sponsor in our podcast. If you're a friend of the show or the host, family member, or just interested in being featured here to get the word out about your business, send an email to dutycallsbsfalls@gmail.com with your inquiry and business description. We'll get back to you with additional details. Note, Duty Calls BS Falls is a political and opinion-based podcast located in Douglas County, Illinois.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. We're back here at Dessert First. Like I mentioned before, Tuscola's hottest, newest business in downtown Tuscola. With us right now is Samantha Baird. Samantha, the big boss lady here at the bakery. I actually work here on a part-time basis in the dishwashing division.
That's true. He's the manager.
When needed. And so I'm you know, unfortunately tonight on the podcast, everybody's my favorite because everybody here that's been on the podcast means a lot to me, and that's why we're doing it. So anyway, we've got Sam here. We're going to get going, and I'm going to defer to Jordan, who's Samantha's brother-in-law, and let him get it going.
Yeah.
Up to you, buddy.
Yeah, so Sam is my sister-in-law, and I kind of have an interesting take on this because I've seen her working for years and just going through it to get to this point. And so
Yes.
I think we should start off by you just kind of telling your story, what you did before this, and
Okay.
how you got to this point.
Okay. So for years I worked out of my kitchen before we recently moved about a year ago, and our kitchen was small, our house was small, and so I started baking just kind of as an extra side gig. I did like decorated sugar cookies and events, you know, here and there. And I just really kind of started growing. And then when COVID hit, I was pregnant with my son. And I told my husband, Jared, I said, I think I want to just stay home and try to just do baking full time. And so I did. And then it really snowballed after that. I was going to multiple events, just selling out of things, trying to keep up with custom orders. And then a little bit further down the road, when the coffee shop, Hometown Grounds, opened up next door, I was asked to do like pastries and stuff over there. So I started doing that, and then I had all the custom orders, and then I was like, okay, we really can't be doing all of this out of my house anymore because I was getting overwhelmed. So I was like, we should really just look into just going for it. We wanted to go for it for years, just to start a bakery. And so we finally pulled the trigger and went for it. So
Yeah.
that's the story.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome. And I think what I love about your guys' bakery is it's unique in the fact that like it's not just like your cookie cutter bakery. You offer everything from breakfast items like scones and muffins and donuts, and then you have a whole afternoon menu that's completely different. So you got some stuff here, and like
This is a visual aid.
Visual aid.
This is a visual aid to attract you into the bakery.
Yeah. And the stuff's so good, and I mean just like a little bit about your journey, like how did you even get to this from your custom cookies? Like that's what you were doing so much of before.
Yeah, custom cookies, and then for a while when I was doing custom cookies and I was staying home, I was like, okay, do a little bit, do something else, try to like branch out and do something a little bit different because I don't know, I just wanted to try other things because I was getting, and sugar cookies are very timeless, like the decorated ones, and the way I do it is such a perfectionist that it just takes forever. So I needed to try to do other things that maybe could,
Yeah.
take less time.
Yeah.
So I started doing like chunky, cookies like that, and then I just kind of snowballed. And then I was asking cake, so then we started doing that, and I just taught myself, and I just went with it, and I'm totally self-taught. I've never been in any sort of baking class.
And that's, I just remember like from the beginning, like you did it by yourself, and it literally just made me like think like I remember when you started and what you're doing now. It's not even the same business.
6 years ago, I started baking, like for
Yeah.
extra income, and then
Yes.
it's turned into. Never did I think it would turn into something
Like any of this on this trade, it's
Yes.
crazy. And like even this, like you continue to refine
Right,
your product,
yes.
its flavor and its presentation, and like everything about it is just so good. And I feel like all the time you're coming out with new things, and I'm like, you have me. Oh my gosh, this is just so good. Like this Nutella cookie, I tried it today for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
And there's always new stuff.
Well, I'd like to point out these macaroons right here.
Oh, those are
Do
very
you-
hard to
Do
make.
you know what kind of a talent you have to have?
Okay.
To make a macaroon?
Yes.
You have to have talent to make those.
Yes, there's a lot of talent for sure. And I want you to touch on the macarons for sure. Like go into
I
process.
said it wrong. I told you.
It's all right. Call it misconception, right? It's okay. Everybody,
It's my
everybody.
podcast.
Well, the only reason I call them macarons is because they corrected me.
So when you corrected me, it's a circle. It's a circle.
Yeah,
Then you corrected me,
yeah.
okay.
So, but I want you, like, okay, so
my
you
gosh.
and Jared went to Paris, right?
Yes.
And so, I don't know, I can't remember if this started before Paris or after Paris, but.
I tried to make them before we went to Paris. I'm like, these are awful. I never want to make these ever. And then I had them in Paris, and I was like, okay, I have to learn. I have to learn how to do these. And so it's hard, but it's doable, and it takes all day to make them, but it's worth it because they're so good.
For sure.
And they're a very popular menu item.
For sure. I see people walk in here and they literally, I mean, I was working one day when you first opened, and there was this guy that said he had just went, and this is, I'm not just saying this because you're my sister-in-law. There was a guy that came in and he said he had just went to Paris, and so he wanted to try the macarons. And so he literally took a bite of it and he was like, these are comparable to Paris.
Which is crazy.
Insane. Like that's the crazy.
That's quite a
compliment.
compliment. That's quite a compliment right there.
It's a great compliment.
Yeah.
So, and so I know we've talked about the desserts and the treats and what you offer. Talk about like the building and the inspiration behind that as well. And
So we saw this building. I mean, so I worked there. There's a coffee shop next door, Hometown Grounds, and I worked in there. I was making the pastries from there. I still do, but I worked in there for a little bit, and I would always, walk past this building. Even before I worked over at the coffee shop, I just always loved this building, and it became available, and that's when I was like, we should really just go for it. And it was fall, it was completely in sham. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it needed a lot of TLC for sure. And so, I mean, we had a vision, and we just made it happen. So
it's awesome.
Well, when the first day that you were open, of course, I was here.
Yeah.
I did get out of the kitchen a little bit. I was back there doing dishes, but I got a little bit. I heard people come in here and compare the way that the shop looks inside to walking into a bakery shop at Disney World.
Yeah.
That is
I
quite a
heard that.
compliment.
Yeah.
That's quite a compliment on what you guys did to make this place what it is.
yeah,
I've
it took
heard
a lot
seriously
of work.
10 people say that.
Yeah.
And just when I have a meeting. Like
Yes.
it's crazy.
Yes.
Well, tell us what you got on the menu. What's your favorite
Let's
thing?
talk about the menu. Okay, first let's talk about the menu. So we have, Jordan mentioned this earlier, but we have like a morning menu and then an afternoon menu. So in the morning we have like cinnamon rolls, donuts, scones, mini bread loaves, like banana bread. Like this week we have a banana streusel, cinnamon streusel. That kind of like a loaf, and then we have muffins, most of that in the morning, that's big croissants. And then at 11 o'clock, we start switching things over and into our afternoon menu, when we have cookies, cakes, cupcakes, macarons, cheesecake. This week will be pies that we made. It kind of varies from week to week.
Yeah, which is nice.
Flavors and
Because,
things,
you're all
mix it up. So,
Yeah.
and I'm still trying to learn what people are wanting and what they like. So,
Well, I can attest for the croissants. Jared had me find one the other night, and I just, like, I'm not, like, it's a croissant, right? Like, it's just, I guess it's a croissant. I tried it. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
It's
Let
not-
me get into it, and it was fluffy and air, and there was chocolate in it. I'm like, how did she make this
It's
stuff?
not a crescent roll. It's
Yeah.
a croissant.
Yeah, it's a croissant.
It's not a Pillsbury crescent roll,
No.
people.
No, it's so good.
Those
Yeah.
are.
So what are the hours?
Hours are Thursday, okay, so Thursday through Saturday, we're open from 7 to 2, and then on Sunday, we're open from 8 to 2. I'm hoping in the summer we can extend a little bit when I can maybe get some more help in here, but right now, those are the hours.
Do you still take any orders?
Right now, I don't take any custom orders, only because I'm still trying to figure out the schedule of like preparing everything for the week, and I just really don't have time at the moment, but I'm hoping once we get more flow of things, it's still been on for months, so I'm still working out kinks and stuff, so I feel like once we get that down, I'll be able to.
But if somebody came in like the day before and said, hey, I'd like to come in and get 6 cinnamon rolls tomorrow, can
Yes.
that happen to work?
That could be arranged,
Okay.
yes, just pop in or send us a message on Facebook or Instagram, that can be arranged.
Speaking of that, how do we get a hold of you?
Yes, Facebook or Instagram, I do have a phone number, we have a flip phone.
I thought somebody left me here. Oh, okay.
Hey Sam, let's say like there's an event. Someone says, we want 6 dozen Sam, or we want 12 dozen cookies. Can they do that?
Yes, they can if I have enough notice.
Okay,
Yes, and I can.
so it doesn't need to plan way ahead of time.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, really, I just thought something like my dad lived here and left these photos.
no, that's our.
Well, anyway, how can people get a hold of you?
Yes, well, they can call me, which, I don't know the phone number. off the head at the moment, but-
We'll put it in a commercial.
Yeah, put it in the commercial. Commercial.
Yeah, we'll have it, yeah. Did you hear
Don't
that,
know
Mark?
the
Put
phone number
that
off
in
the
the
top of my
commercial.
head. It's new,
Yeah,
it's a new phone number.
yeah, but you have an email?
Yes, I do have an email, the email is info@dessertfirst217.com.
Perfect.
That's the email, so you
Well,
can
they-
email us, or you can come by when we're open, or you can message us on Facebook.
And of course, you have the Dessert First Facebook page,
Mhm.
and I assume the Instagram. is
Yes,
Dessert First.
Instagram.
Okay. Well, go like.
Before we end this episode, we need to talk about Jared for a minute. Our key player. He's not here tonight. My twin brother is not here today.
Yeah, you know, Jared, these two are partners, and Jared, I mean, I'm telling you, there's a lot of love went into the labor to get this place going, and a little bit of frustration sometimes, but you know, they
I
went all
went through a
through
lot of
together.
dust, man.
He sure did, he went through a lot of adjustments,
Yeah, the
and
renovation was literally these guys, my father-in-law, my husband, of course, and they worked their butts off to
Yeah.
get it all done.
And Jared was like the general contractor, and
He
he was
was.
literally telling everybody where to go and what to do, and
Yeah, he was getting like 20 phone calls a day trying to
Mhm.
orchestrate everything. We had never done any sort of commercial kitchen before. I don't think Jared had ever even stepped foot in a commercial kitchen before.
Yeah.
So for him to have to go through all of those hoops, it was insane.
You guys are a great team.
I know.
yeah, you're a great team, and you know, we'll throw a shout out to Todd Becker Construction.
Yeah.
Todd
Yes.
came in and did all the construction work on
Yes.
this.
Honestly.
And Jared was the general, but he was working real close with Todd to get it done.
Mhm.
And he worked real, and
Yeah.
the plumbers and everybody out of Arthur, they all came together and got it finished. But
Yep.
Yes.
Todd and his crew spent a lot of time in here.
They did a
Fantastic
really
job.
nice job. They made it really nice.
Yes, they did. They did a
They
great
sure
job.
did. Well, okay, and you know, I was hoping Jared was gonna be here because we kind of let him run with this, but he wasn't here, so you did. You did fantastic.
I'm second best, I guess.
Well,
That's all right.
well, you're first.
I'll fill in.
You're first best right now.
That's right. Take it.
Anyway, well, Sam, thanks for being on.
Thanks
Thanks for
for
letting
having
us
me.
come in here and do this.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's a pretty background for it all.
Yes.
And I've said it 50 times already, and I'll say it again. If you get to town, downtown Tuscola, come in here and get yourself a sweet treat. I'm telling you. Okay.
Sam, I want to mention your Valentine's Day.
Oh, yes, your Valentine's Day.
Sorry.
Boy, we got off sidetracked.
Valentine's Day. So on Valentine's Day, we're having a dessert dining. It's like a candlelit dessert dining too. A tiered tray. It's an assorted tray of desserts. So you'll get the top tier is like and you also have a little mini chocolate fondue that will come with this dessert tray. For you and your significant other. The top tier is like fruit that's on skewers, and there's little brownie bites too for the fondue dipping, so you can like dip that in the fondue. And then the second tier is, I'm trying to remember what it is. It's macarons, so you'll get 3 macarons, and then 2 cupcakes. What else? Oh, a cheesecake. And so it's just an assorted tray of desserts, and then this will actually be at hometown grounds since they have more room, and they also are able to serve alcohol now. So it's $55. So you'll get the tray of desserts and obviously a take-home box, because you're probably gonna just like try everything, and then you can take home what you don't eat. And then also included in the price is 2 drinks from hometown grounds. They have specialty cocktails that they're doing that night, but they also have an open bar. So if you don't want the specialty cocktails, you can get whatever drink you want, and that's included in the $55. So to make a reservation, we have a Sign Up Genius link that we've been using that is posted on our Facebook page, our Instagram page. It's also in my Instagram bio. So, but if you have any questions, you can obviously stop by when we're open. So that is Valentine's night. Reservations are like every 30 minutes from 6 to 9.
Sounds like a super.
That's awesome.
I know, something fun to do with your significant other than just like go to dinner and then like that's it.
It's different.
Yeah, something different
It's
to
cool,
do,
yeah.
and it's like it's candlelit. It'll be really like the vibes will be going over
Yeah.
there. Paul from Flesser is playing music,
That's
so
awesome.
there's going to be live music. It's going to be very romantic.
Yeah, that's cool. It's like a whole experience.
Yeah,
That's
very
awesome.
romance.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, I'll tell you, I don't know. I don't know if I could rate myself like watching the Breaking Bad or something.
Do you go with me?
Of course I will.
All right. Today, we got to sign up on the Genius link.
Sign up Genius link.
Oh, anyway, well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, well, thanks for being there.
Yes,
Thanks for letting
yes.
us use
Of course.
the store show. And good luck.
Thanks.
Everything's going great for you.
Yes, it is, and thanks for your help.
That's all right. Okay, well, we're gonna take a little break, and then we're gonna come back with our last guest, a guest that I know very well. He's gonna come on and talk about her Pampered Chef business, and that would be my wife, Theresa Rogers. So we'll see you shortly.
Looking for something sweet to brighten your day? Stop by Dessert First Bakery in downtown Tuscola, located at 117 West Sale Street. From warm, fresh-baked morning muffins to delightful afternoon cookies and macaroons, there's always something delicious waiting for you. Owned by Samantha Baird, this beautiful new bakery in downtown Tuscola is bringing all of the feel of Urban City Bakery with the small-town atmosphere. Whether you're treating yourself or grabbing something to share, Dessert First has a flavor for every craving. They're open Thursday through Sunday from 9 to 2, so swing in, indulge a little, and remember, at Dessert First Bakery, dessert isn't just a treat, it's a priority. Stop by and see them at Sam's brand new storefront.
Okay, we're back. And again, we're here at Dessert First. If you get to downtown Tuscola, stop in and get you a sweet treat. I guarantee you're not gonna regret it. Not gonna regret it. And go in and see just how cute the bathroom is. They got macaron wallpaper in there. Just go check it out.
It's good wallpaper.
It's nice. Isn't
It is nice.
Anyway, and like the toilet and the urinal have gold handles and stuff. It's just awesome. The sink, you need to see it. It's really rich looking. It's classy. So come see a classy bathroom.
It's nice with that bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we're back with our last guest for this episode, which is somebody that I know very well. It's my wife of, depending on which way you look at it, it's my wife of 34 years, Theresa Rogers. Theresa, welcome for being here.
Thank you very much.
We have Theresa on because we're going to talk to if you didn't know it, Theresa is an independent Pampered Chef lady, and she has quite the Pampered Chef business. And I wanted to bring her on to promote, help her to talk to her about her business and help her promote it. but how long have you been doing Pampered Chef?
I have been doing Pampered Chef since January of 2023. I just had my 3-year anniversary.
Well, 3-year anniversary, and you just don't tell us about how you go to the party.
I usually do mostly Facebook parties, and people get a hold of me on Facebook. And I set up the party. I coach the host through the entire party. She can get into the parties and comment on the parties. She invites the people. They come in and see everything I'm posting, and then they place their orders.
So these parties just aren't local, right? I mean, you're doing parties nationwide.
I'm doing nationwide, and I really wish at the beginning I would have got a US map and marked off each state that I've done, because I've probably done at least 35 states.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. So how many parties do you think, I know it's just like any other sales business. Some months are heavier than the others.
Right, we have slow times and busy
And
times.
slow times and busy times, so I mean, but you still average a good amount of parties every month.
Yes, I've had up to probably 60 parties a month, and as low as maybe 15 a month. It just depends on,
Tell us why people like Pampered Chef. What makes them different?
it's very good quality
Yeah.
product. It comes from a company, Pampered Chef has been in business for 45 years. They just had their anniversary last year. It's Illinois-based
Really?
company. And I think what puts them aside from everyone else is they have guarantees and warranties on every single product. So if something does happen to something, it doesn't work right or breaks within that period of time, we'll replace it, no questions asked.
Nice. So, like we talked to Gigi earlier about the travel stuff, you'll stay with somebody from the beginning of the party, through the completion of the party to make sure everything goes okay, and be there for them to assist them with returns or
Yes.
things that don't go right. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes, I'll help them with the order, if they need help doing that. Some people are a little bit, at the end when they're going to check out, they don't know how to do the half price or it's 50% off. I'll help them get that done, so it works out.
That's awesome. Well, how can people reach out to you and contact you if they want to have a party?
They can email me at Theresa, that's THERESA .Rogers, ROGERS 66@yahoo.com.
You have a Facebook page.
I don't have a Facebook page, but I have a VIP page, but I have a website page through Pampered Chef. They can also get on there and place orders, and they can contact me through that website page. And it is www.pamperedchef.com/PWS/T Rogers 5.
And now, if somebody doesn't want to have a party, but wants to buy an item, like say Jordan
Yeah.
wants to get his spatulas or something, can he reach out to you
Yes.
and tag on to a party or something
Yes.
and get what he
Yes,
wants?
I can put them on any party, or I can go onto our website and order it for you, or you can my website and you can get yourself.
I'm glad you asked that question because I was going to ask that
Yes.
as well.
But what do you do?
Oh, hey, that was another one of my
Oh
questions.
yeah, he was
That
out
was-
looking for something free, I
that-
think.
I was going to try to get some free out of it. So that was what I was going to ask you. What do you feel like is the most popular items that you see
Oh
people
my
buy?
gosh, the classic batter bowl is always a popular item, it goes out of stock quite often
Really?
because it's so popular,
Mhm.
but they always bring it back. The cup slicer is very popular. My favorite is the mix-and chop, that you break up your hamburger with, that's very popular. The newest item last year, we got the air fryer, an oven.
I've seen it.
It's
It's
oven
nice.
on top and air fryer on the bottom.
It's nice. I want that.
Kurt knows I can make a whole meal in that blended
Yeah,
oven,
That
so.
thing's heavy duty. It's
Yes,
nice.
yes, I love it. And I just wanna say the spring products, they showed us in a Zoom call last night, all the new products that are gonna be coming out April 1st. And oh my God, guys, you need to check them out.
Cool.
Living with a Pampered Chef Consultant, I have Pampered Chef things ever. I think my favorite Pampered Chef thing is the pizza cutter. I will cook pizzas in my garage in a pizza oven, and they have a real nice pizza cutter. And you also could use a pizza cutter here at the Dessert First Bakery to cut cinnamon rolls and all kinds of stuff. You could use that pizza cutter for lots of things. I guess one thing I want to ask you too is what kind of benefits do you get for a host?
For hosts, well, it differs each month. This month for January, we have 60% off any item in the catalog. This is what they call my party at $200 in sales. Plus, when you get half off items and free items, and it just goes up for how much your sales are. But when you hit 650 in sales this month, you get double free.
Wow, that's pretty good. Just think of all that free stuff. You can have Pampered Chef boxes just being delivered at your house every day like I do. You know, I like to think that the FedEx guy or the UPS guy's coming to me, it's nice green paper.
Hey, but real talk, you enjoy the products though.
I enjoy the products. All I'm looking for is my new boxer briefs, but I get Pampered Chef boxes. That's what I get. So anyway, well, hon, thanks for coming on. I know you were a little hesitant to do this. You're not really like
I'm not the talker in the family.
you're not like Jordan and I
Yeah.
or Lexi.
No.
And we just kind of settle in doing this stuff. And I know you were hesitant, but I really think it's important that we got
I
on
agree. I agree.
and promoted your business that you have
Appreciate it.
going on because you're doing really good.
All right, thank you.
So anyway, all right. Well, with that being said, we're done for tonight. And it's been a great episode. I'm telling you, I can't wait to get it done, get it posted out there for everybody to watch. But one last time, I'm going to throw a plug in for dessert first. If you want that sweet treat, get in there to downtown Tuscola, get you something sweet to eat. Then after you eat your sweet treat and you're feeling real good, go out on the highway and see Gigi and book yourself a nice trip. And after you're done doing that, you can have Lexi help you market your trip you're going on for your family to go, and then you can order you some spoons or something from Pampered Chef so you get that thrill of having that delivery at your house.
Take one on the trip.
Exactly. Take your spoons with you on the trip because you can get through those on TSA. So anyway, with that being said, we're going to close. Next month, I've been telling you for a couple, next month we're going to have Heath Thurston on the show. We're looking forward to having him. We want to talk to him. He's a Republican candidate for sheriff. And we want to have Heath on and talk about his ideas and visions and everybody get a chance to know him. He is an outstanding quality of a man, and I can't say enough good things about him, and we're excited to have him on the show.
Excited.
So anyway, with that being said, we're going to sign off. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Do you love to cook and bake? Why not have the kitchen of your dreams and stock up with Pampered Chef this season? From kitchen shears to measuring cups or stainless steel cookware, Pampered Chef has all of your kitchen essentials and accessories to help you cook with ease and comfort. Prepare meals for friends or the whole family? Interested in learning more or hosting a party? Reach out to Theresa on Facebook by searching Cooking with Theresa or visit her website, www.pamperedchef.com/PWS/T Rogers 5.